everybody. Welcome. I'm Howie Howard from Mr. Furious Records. This week on Dat Fury Radio, a little update, and I'm going to keep it real short. The update is going to be the episode this week, and I just need to let you know what's going on for the next few weeks. I am headed out of town for a couple weeks to be the caregiver for a family member. And I had a bunch of excellent shows booked. They will all be rebooked. I'm super excited to do that, but I will not be able to record and have fresh episodes for you for a couple of weeks. So here's what's going to happen this week. This episode that you're listening to right now with the schedule and the update and whatnot. If you're on YouTube, I'm probably going to go dark for a couple of weeks. Reposting does not seem to really be a culture thing on YouTube, so I won't do that, and I'll just be back on YouTube when there's fresh stuff. On the podcast feed, I am planning to drop 2 reruns in for you for the coming 2 weeks. I haven't decided what those are going to be yet. I'm thinking I'll do part 1s of long play style shows, so you'll get a chance to revisit some records and some conversations that I really enjoyed. Or if you're a newer listener, and welcome if you are, maybe you haven't gotten this far back in the archives, and this will give you a nice reason to go back and listen to some of the older episodes that are still good. We're aiming for kind of evergreen conversations here, so hopefully that's cool for you. And I'm expecting and hoping to be back with fresh shows on March 10th. And since we're going to reschedule everything, what are those shows going to be? I've got a cool one question with Corey, a couple of questions of his, sort of, or shared questions, but something a little different question-wise that we're planning to do. Ebony and I are going to power rank the entire Deftones discography, including some of the stuff that goes beyond just the studio records and some kind of fan and unofficially released stuff. So I'm super looking forward to that. We've been both of us re-listening to everything and trying not to spoiler each other when we have communication as far as what we're going to say. But I think we're going to be somewhat agreed on some hot takes and also have some fun disagreements and stuff to discuss. Obviously, we're huge fans, and it's a pretty impeccable discography, really. So it's not like there's D-tier Deftones projects, in my opinion, but we'll get there. I need to save it for the pod. And then going to be talking to Approach and kind of introducing him to my music. So I picked, with some of Corey's help, I picked 12 songs to make a kind of mix, because Approach hasn't heard a lot of my stuff, and I thought as a kind of a foundation laying for future conversations, it would be fun to walk him through a little bit and introduce him so that we have a little bit of shared experience of where I'm coming from, not just as a fan and a listener of his, but as a musician with this parallel history. And hopefully, maybe at the end of that, we'll be able to talk about It's Yours. Obviously, super excited for that. In fact, depending on if It's Yours gets released, that might come before any of this stuff or before some of this stuff and get mixed in. So lots of good stuff planned. Pod isn't going anywhere. It is a real bummer to have this kind of break, but definitely making the right choice for my family, and I know you'll stick with me. So I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the reruns on the podcast feed, and I plan to catch you on March 10th with fresh Dat Fury Radio.